my goal is that I don't want to be just a talking head. I just don't want to have another podcast list like everyone else has. I really want it to be about topics that I consider to be different, alternative. I want to interview and I want to talk with what I call black sheeps.
We're getting down to the real issues here, folks.
Yeah, and I want to talk about like crazy shit, right? I want to talk about all the crazy stuff that went down in the pandemic. I want to talk about all the crazy things that happened with the city. I want to talk about farming. I want to talk about entrepreneurship. I want to talk about the struggles that I've had as an entrepreneur. And I want to listen, more importantly, to the stories and the struggles of other people who I consider to be those black sheeps and who are building movements and communities in their own right, right? Valhalla is about building tribe. And the movement side of that is about the stories and the content and the value that we create outwardly, not only physically at the farm, but now digitally as well. Because not only are we farming fruits and vegetables and garlic, a lot of garlic, lots and lots of garlic, 80,000 garlic this year, okay? Not only are we farming, you know, the ecosystem physically, we're also farming and building community digitally. And I've done a poor job as a marketing expert and as a storyteller, somebody who has all the gear, all the equipment. I've done an absolute horrid job of keeping you up to date with what is going on at the farm, what is going on in my life, and making that stuff happen. So Valhalla Movement is the old brand revived. Valhalla Farms went through different iterations. So the history is Valhalla Movement starts. We end up opening up a nonprofit foundation. Then we shifted into a farmers co-op. As a co-op structure, we have different people. Everyone has a share and everyone can vote. That fails because we just can't grow enough food. We don't have the infrastructure. We didn't have power. We had power. We had solar panels. We didn't have hydropower. We didn't even have a well when we first started the co-op farm. So imagine trying to grow food without having access to water. Now, we had the pond over here in the far left corner. We can pump stuff out, but we didn't have enough power to pump stuff out consistently. All the different things that go with that, right? So now we've scaled quite a bit. Okay, we have a lot more infrastructure. We're growing more food every year since I decided that I was just going to put all my money and all my time into it, and many others did the same. And I really want to emphasize that.
Look at that. Look what happens when you put money and time into something.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, the grass is green where you water it. And that's really, you know, in the world of life force, the more you put time and energy and money into things, and money is a form of energy, well, the more the ecosystem grows. So what that looked like is I just joined as a full-time farmer. Like I just went from being kind of part-time running Valhalla, doing, you know, marketing and doing thing, to now I'm doing full-time farming. And yes, I still do consulting. I still support things on storytelling. I still do other things like that. I'm still an expert in marketing. I still have, you know, everything I've learned over, 16, 17-year career as an entrepreneur and, you know, maybe 14 years as a marketer. But I'm a full-time farmer. And the finances of the farm have scaled. The amount of product that we're growing has scaled. The amount of eggs, honey, garlic, just every possible product you can think of. Hot sauces now. We even now have hot sauces. We now have a lot more fruit coming out, right? Think about it. 11 years ago, we planted trees, 2, 3 years old, 5 years old, whatever it is. We're only getting the first fruits off those trees now.